So, in the last class, we discussed about history of newspaper, and that was in world perspective, right? And we came to know that how, print press emerged and how publications started at world level, and how it helped in bringing out the idea of Renaissance to the common people, and that Renaissance helped for scientific revolution and also further reformation in Catholic religion, Christianity, and then finally society became uh, more modern, and finally industrial revolution started, and now that lead to the new kind of economy, new kind of society. So all these things happened around 15th century, and that's why printing press or publication, all these things are important. So now it is very important to know that how print journalism started in India, right? And press was
Yes,
established by obviously Christian missionaries first, and you will, when you go to the history, you find that Christian missionaries started coming to India well before the arrival of East India Company. East India Company came to India in 1600 AD, right? And you will find Christian missionaries started coming to India well before, during, Jahangir era and during Akbar era. So all these people have started coming to India. Obviously, the purpose was to propagate the idea of Christianity among the local population and to expand the Christianity, right? So obviously, motive was to spread Christianity in India, and they started first printing press in India. And first thing was to, spread Christianity, and at the same time, when you start spreading a new kind of religion, then what you do? You start targeting the existing religion, existing system. Right, and the existing system and external religions have certain bad practices also in every religion. Not in, I'm not talking about only Hinduism uh, or any other religion, but in every religion, in every society, you will find there are certain malpractices, there are certain bad practices are very much in practice among people. So when new religion come, what they do, they will obviously start targeting those malpractices so that they may start saying that your religion is bad, you just convert into Christianity, and this religion is good religion. But at the same time, when you do so, then it also helps a society to fight several malpractices in existing system. And at that time, we'll find that there sati system was there. Uh, Also, there was a strong caste system was there, where, lower strata, people belonging to lower caste had very limited access to the uh, any kind to the, existing system. They were not permitted to enter into the temples. They were not permitted to uh, go into the houses of upper caste. So these kind of things were there. So obviously, when Christianity came in India, it also helped Indian people to fight several these kind of malpractices, because they started targeting these malpractices, right? After that, we'll find that East India Company also established heavy printing machines in Bombay, Madras. At that time, now it is Chennai. Bombay become Mumbai, but Calcutta become Kolkata. So all these cities, they, because they started bringing printing machines in these three main cities. So right. So East India Company first, printing press and printing started in India by Christian missionaries, and after that you will find that East India Company also started taking interest in printing things, right? So this is the beginning of printing press in India. First known newspaper in India is Hicky Gazette. This is also called Bengal Gazette, and this was the first newspaper of India, you can say. So printing started for journalistic purposes in 1780. The first edition or first publication of Bengal Gazette was done on 29 January 1780. Right. That's why you will find that 29 January is celebrated as Journalism Day in India. Right. Patrakarita Divas. You must be finding that 29 January is celebrated as Journalism Day in India. So James Augustus Hickey was the person who started this weekly newspaper, Bengal Gazette. And the tagline of this newspaper was a weekly political and commercial newspaper open to all parties but influenced by none. But you will find that this newspaper was basically not doing real kind of journalism. This newspaper was involved in bringing out spicy news of the Britishers. They used to publish stories related to some extramarital affairs, divorce-related cases going on in the courts, right? So these kind of things they were targeting, and it also Hickey Gazette also used to target the existing at that time the Governor General of Bengal was Warren Hastings. So this newspaper also used to target Warren Hastings personally also. So basically, you will find that this newspaper was doing the kind of journalism which goes against the tagline of the newspaper. And what the tagline says that a weekly political and commercial newspaper open to all parties but influenced by none. But this was not the case. It was not influenced by none. It was influenced by rivalry with Warren Hastings. Somehow, James Augustus Hickey was trying to tarnish the image of Warren Hastings. It was involved in, increasing the circulation of the newspaper by providing spicy stories to the common people. So it is not like that it was not influenced by none. It was influenced by the motive of profit, and it was influenced by rivalry with the existing Governor General Warren Hastings, right? So this was the Hickey Gazette. So India Gazette. So Warren Hastings, what Warren Hastings did, Warren Hastings also started publishing a new newspaper against the Bengal Gazette, and the name of that newspaper was India Gazette. Right. The purpose was to establish a voice against Bengal Gazette. And as I told you, that Bengal Gazette was very much involved in tarnishing the image of Warren Hastings, and that's why Warren Hastings also started a newspaper, and the name of the newspaper was India Gazette. After that, we will find that around 1780 to 1857, this was the year, right? 1857 is the time when you know that 1857 revolt happened, which is considered first war of independence. So till 1857, around 200 newspapers established between 1780 to 1857, right? But most of the newspapers closed down soon. You need not to know about all those names of newspapers. These two names you must remember, that Bengal Gazette was the first newspaper of India, which published in 1780, and in against this Bengal Gazette, India Gazette was published in the same year, 1780. And after that, we find that there are several newspapers started publishing, and around 200 newspapers established between 1780 to 1857. But obviously, printing was costly at that time. And at that time, literacy and all these kind of things, getting approval from government and all these kind of things were very much time taking. So obviously, many newspapers were closed down soon, right? After that, you'll find that there are some newspapers which kept running, which kept their existence. These were few: India Gazette, as we discussed about this India Gazette, Calcutta Gazette, Asiatic Mirror, the Calcutta Morning Post, the Oriental Star, the Calcutta Monthly Journal. These were some newspapers which kept running for certain period of time. Other newspapers were closed down. So you need not to know about all these names. I'm again and again I'm saying these things only because what happens that you get into all these facts and figures, and these are not important. If you are studying history, focus should be on understanding the overall concept of the development at that time: social development, cultural development, political development. These concepts are more important than all these facts. Facts you can get anytime. When you start writing something, when you are going for examination, at that time you can see some facts and go and just try to remember it for 3 4 hours and just write those facts. Your exam is over, then you can, forget all these facts. No problem. No one can remember these facts for uh, longer period of time, right? We are not trained in that way. So anyway, so these were certain newspapers, but two names you must remember: Bengal Gazette and India Gazette. Some newspapers came into being from Madras, Delhi, and Bombay, and these were certain Madras Courier, the Harkaru, Madras Gazette, Bombay Herald, Bombay Gazette, the Voice of India. These are certain names. This PPT will be with you. You can see these things in. So real journalism, when real journalism started, right? As we discussed that what was done by Hickey, that cannot be considered as real journalism, because that was, you can say that the journalism kind of yellow journalism. And yellow journalism is a journalism which is, you can call the celebrity journalism, which has nothing to do with the facts and figures, and which has nothing to do with the real issues of the society. Yellow journalism means that you just publishing some content which are entertaining to the people. But as far as journalism is concerned, entertainment is not the sole purpose of journalism. The sole purpose of journalism is to inform, to educate, right? So these kind of purposes, and to, bring up the issues of common people. So that's why we say that Hickey was not doing the real journalism. Real journalism started in 1818, right? And the person was James Silk Buckingham. He was the person who started publishing Calcutta Journal, right, in 1818, right? And before coming to this publishing field, he was a British officer, and he was in clerical services. And due to some reason, he was discharged from his duties. And after that, he started publishing this newspaper. He took charge of Calcutta Journal. Used to publish from earlier also. In 1790s, this newspaper was started. But 1818, he took charge of this newspaper, and he started effectively presenting the stories of different genres. Different genre means that political, social, cultural events, right? So these kind of different types of reports he started publishing in his newspaper, right? So basically, he was doing serious journalism, and that's why you can say that it was completely away from the cheapness of Hickey Gazette, as we discussed. So real journalism started in India in 1818, and the newspaper name was Calcutta Journal, and the person who started this thing was James Hill Buckingham. So you will find that journalism started in India by Britishers. So his impartial and honest journalism led to popularity of his newspaper. Within 3 years, it became first daily of Calcutta. So as we know that Hickey Gazette was a weekly newspaper, Calcutta Journal was also a weekly newspaper, but within 3 years it became first daily. It means it is daily newspaper. It became daily newspaper. Reason was that this paper became popular among common people, and people started demanding more content. And obviously, he started publishing it on daily basis. Let us start. So, some personnel of EIC, as we discussed at that time, against Hickey Gazette, India Gazette came. And in the same manner, when Calcutta Journal was published by Buckingham and then became popular, then again administration started publishing a new paper. The name of that paper was John Bull in the East. And obviously, this was against Calcutta Journal. This is the same kind of thing which is happening right now. And that some news channels showing the content which is against the government, and you will find at the same time some channels used to support the government initiatives, and you can name them. You all know which newspaper and which news channels are involved and which are a kind of mouthpiece of government, and which newspapers are against the government. So you will find the same trend was at that time also, that when some newspapers are involved in publishing real issues, then you will find that some newspapers were started just to oppose the real journalism, because no government want that real issues should be published, right? Because it creates a kind of unrest in the among people. So that's why any government does not want that kind of critical issues to be published. But this is the thing, because journalism has to understand that journalism is for bringing out critical issues of people, and journalism is to make the powerful people accountable, make the government accountable to the people. So it has to be understood by the people who are involved in journalism. But as you know that at that time also some people were doing real journalism, but at the same time some newspapers were started just to oppose that real kind of journalism. But his impartial approach was liked by British government, and he was sent back to Britain in 1823. So he started his newspaper in 1818, and within 5 years he was sent back to Britain. 1823, at that time, John Adams was the Governor General, and he was very much against this James Clerk Buckingham. So when he became Governor General for just 2 years, because he was not a full-time Governor General, he was just given charge of Governor General because new Governor General took time to join. So during that time only, he was so much against James Clerk Buckingham that in that period only he sent him back to Britain. Right. So this is how journalism started, and Indian journalism started. Journalism in initial days were mainly controlled by Christian missionaries or EIC, promoting their interest or Christianity. Right. Indian journalism emerged as a mission when some freedom fighters used journalism as a weapon against the British rule, right? So it started late because obviously first it started because this was new technology. People were not known to these technologies. So new technologies came in, and so that's why they were the people who started this kind of printing things, printing ideas, printing stories. So obviously Indian people also learned from all these things, and they started a real kind of journalism, and they started journalism just to get freedom, right? So that's why newspapers became one of the weapon against the British rule, right? First person who started the father of Indian journalism, he is called father of Indian journalism, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, right? So he was basically a social reformer who contributed significantly for the elimination of sati system. And who was the Governor General at that time? when sati system was abolished, who was the Governor General? At that time, William Bentinck was the Governor General of India, and he supported him. And basically, his Raja Ram Mohan Roy saw a woman burnt alive on a pyre of his husband, and he got disturbed because he saw people say that women who want to be sati, this is a kind of volunteer kind of thing. They do such kind of things by their own wish. But the fact was that they were given some sedatives. Sometimes women had to be pushed in the pyre, and with bamboo, people around the pyre used to stop her to come out of that pyre. This is how cruel that system was. So, when he saw these kind of things, he became very much disturbed, and he started his, overall, he has started targeting these kind of things, and he proposed a new kind of law, and he asked British government to, eliminate this sati system and make it illegal. So Lord William Bentinck understood this, and he made it illegal, right? So first contribution is to elimination of sati system, and he also worked for spreading education among women of India. So these are the two main areas where Raja Ram Mohan Roy worked, right? And as I told you that he is also considered as father of Indian journalism, because he was the person who started, first Indian who started publishing newspapers. So he published 3 newspapers. First one is Sambad Kaumudi, and this newspaper was in Bengali. Then Mirathul Akhbar, this newspaper was in Persian, and Brahminical magazine, this was in English, right? So he started catering the need of different linguistic peoples. He started giving stories, giving ideas to Bengali people, Persian people, English-speaking people. So these are his newspapers. So these 3 newspapers you must remember. Right. Some facts you must keep in your mind, that these newspapers were published by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy is considered the father of Indian journalism. These are certain things you must remember. With the inspiration of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, 3 more newspapers continued their publication between 1821 to 1891. Right. So this was the period. The Reformer, the Inquirer, Gyan Anveshan, these were some newspapers. So, and now all these newspapers were the promoters of progressive Hinduism, right? And what is progressive Hinduism? Anyone? What is progressive Hinduism? What is progressive Hinduism?
Sorry, sir.
You can speak in Hindi also.
हिंदुज्म को लेकर हिंदुज्म का बढ़ावा सर देना, हिंदुज्म का बढ़ावा देना, हिंदुत्व का बढ़ावा देने वाला सर न्यूज़पेपर।
सर जो भी ड्रॉबैक्स थे, जो भी ड्रॉबैक्स थे हिंदुइज्म में उस टाइम, उसके विरोध में और उसको हटाना।
क्या क्या फिर से बोलिए।
उस टाइम में जो भी ड्रॉबैक्स थे हिंदू रिलीजन में, जैसे सती सिस्टम हो गया, चाइल्ड मैरिज हो गया, ये सब के अगेंस्ट में लिखना।
यस सर, रूढ़िवादी विचारधारा को बंद करना था सर, और फिर प्रोग्रेसिव विकास करना था।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो प्रोग्रेसिव विचारधारा ये हो गई कि भाई हम रैशनल हों, हम लॉजिकल सोचें। भाई अभी अब मैं बताऊं आपको कि भाई कोई ये अभी कहीं गांव में कोरोना माता की पूजा शुरू हो गई। लोग जाते हैं, कुछ ऑफरिंग्स लेके जाते हैं और पहाड़ी पे उनके लिए ऑफरिंग्स देते हैं, कोरोना माता को शांत कर रहे हैं। अब these kind of things cannot be considered as progressive religion.
नेवर
कहा जा
सर।
सकता है क्या? कहा जा सकता है, बताओ।
नो सर।
नहीं कहा जा सकता। प्रोग्रेसिव हिंदुइज्म का मतलब ये हो गया कि हिंदुइज्म में जो जो लॉजिकल चीजें हैं, अब तुम वेद उठा के पढ़ लो, ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, सामवेद, अथर्ववेद, जो हमारे 4 वेद हैं, या श्रीमद् भगवत गीता पढ़ लो, या शंकराचार्य का दर्शन पढ़ लो, माधवाचार्य, निम्बार्काचार्य, कितने सारे दार्शनिक, विवेकानंद, इतने सारे हमारे जो वो हुए फिलोसोफर ही हुए, रिलीजियस फिलोसोफर ये सब थे, उनकी बातों को पढ़ो, और जो हम आजकल रिलीजन में करते हैं उनको देखो, तो आपको लगेगा कि वो तो कुछ और कहते हैं और हम कुछ और कर रहे हैं। मतलब दर्शन हमारा कुछ और है, व्यवहार में हम कुछ और कर रहे हैं। तो इन सब चीजों को खत्म करना, एक धर्म को एक साफ सुथरा बनाना, धर्म में रूढ़िवादिता को, आडंबर को खत्म करना। और धर्म का काम क्या है? धर्म का काम है एक जीवन को एक नया, क्या कहा जाए, एक रास्ता देना, दार्शनिक तरीके से हम जिए, ईश्वर क्या है इसको समझें, हमारे यहाँ आने का पर्पस क्या है उसको समझें, इन सब चीजों को एक समझ बने, हम ज्ञान की बात समझें, जीने का दर्शन, जीवन दर्शन देता है रिलीजन, उन सब पे हम फोकस करें। ये करने की बजाय हम तो कुछ और ही करते हैं। जो लोग आडंबर में रमे रहते हैं, उनसे जाके पूछो कि दर्शन की कुछ चीज पूछ दो, या ऋग्वेद का एक आध दोहा बोलो उसको, कि याद हो तो बता दे। एक दोहा याद नहीं होगा। ठीक है, तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमें अपने रिलीजन को ऐसा बनाना है जो कि लॉजिकल हो, जो कि दर्शन पे आधारित हो। ठीक है, तो इस तरह की बात राजा राम मोहन राय चाहते थे कि ऐसा धर्म बने। ठीक है, हालांकि हमारे यहाँ यही दिक्कत है, जो मैं बार बार कहता हूँ कि भारतीय पुनर्जागरण हुआ नहीं है अभी तक। और कोशिश बहुत हुई है, विवेकानंद ने भी कोशिश की, राजा राम मोहन राय, ईश्वरचंद्र विद्यासागर, महात्मा गांधी, ज्योतिबा फुले, अंबेडकर, नाम बहुत हैं। इन सबको अगर आप देखेंगे तो सबने कोशिश की समाज सुधार की, और समाज सुधार कैसे होगा? जब धर्म सुधार होगा, ये आप मान लीजिए। धर्म सुधार जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक समाज सुधार नहीं होगा, क्योंकि समाज में जो गड़बड़ियां हैं वो धर्म के द्वारा प्रोटेक्टेड हैं, धर्म ने उनको कहीं ना कहीं सही ठहराया हुआ है, और यही कारण है कि वो सामाजिक कुरीतियां दूर नहीं होती। तो धार्मिक सुधार जरूरी है, और इन सब ने कोशिश की somehow कि how to reform the religion, and that's why we are discussing that Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the promoters of progressive Hinduism, and there were various newspapers. These 3 newspapers, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was not the publisher of these 3 newspapers. Some other people were publisher of these newspapers. But obviously, the focus of these newspapers was to promote progressive Hinduism, and in all his newspapers, Raja Ram Mohan Roy did the same thing, right? So, other early Indian journalists, Bengal Gazette was the first newspaper published with an Indian ownership. So now, don't get confused with the Bengal Gazette published in 1780 by Hickey. Right? Why? Because at that time, Bengal Gazette was shut down in just 3 years. What the point? And that's why Bengal Gazette was republished with an Indian ownership, and Gangadhar Bhattacharya began its publication in 1816. Right? So, how many things? Let us complete this slide, then we will try to remember the things we learned today. Samachar Chandrika was another newspaper launched by Bhavani Charan Banerjee. So 49 newspapers began from Bengal and Bombay between 1831 to 33. Out of these, 33 were in English and 16 were in Bengali. Right? So at that time, we will find that Hindi journalism was not started. Hindi journalism was started later on. We will come to that. In around 1826 or 25, Hindi newspaper, first Hindu newspaper, Jugal Kishore Shukla was the person who published the first Hindi newspaper, right? We will come to that later on, right? So till now, what we learned? First thing we learned that first newspaper of India was Bengal Gazette, which is also called Hickey Gazette, which was published in 1780. Second thing we learned that in the same year, India Gazette was also published against the Bengal Gazette, because Bengal Gazette used to target the existing Governor General. So that's why Governor General started publishing another newspaper, India Gazette, to counter Bengal Gazette. Bengal Gazette is also called Hickey Gazette because Hickey was the person who started publishing it. This is the first thing we learned. After that, you find that real journalism started in India by James Silk Buckingham, and he started his newspaper, right, in 1818, right? And the newspaper name was, बताओ?
कलकत्ता जनरल सर, कलकत्ता जनरल।
कलकत्ता जनरल, ठीक है, राइट। और ये रियल जर्नलिज्म कैसे था, और उसके अगेंस्ट में कौन सा अखबार आया? जॉन बुल इन द ईस्ट, आया ना? तो ये हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया। देन okay, then we discussed about Raja Ram Mohan Rai, who started publishing three newspapers, who is also considered father of Indian journalism, and his three newspaper name was Samvad Kaumudi, Miratul Akhbar, and Brahmanical Magazine. Samvad Kaumudi was in Bengali, Miratul Akhbar was in Persian, and Brahmanical Magazine was in English. Right, these things, and he was a promoter of progressive Hinduism. So that's why at that time we'll find that he started targeting various malpractices of our society. So he was the person who somehow get sati system abolished, and then he also supported the women education in India. Right. After that, you find we came to this, that Bengal first Indian ownership publication was Bengal Gazette, and which was done by Gangadhar Bhattacharya in 1816. Samachar Chandrika was another newspaper at that time, which was published by Bhavani Chandra. These were some new important facts which you need to remember. राइट, अभी तक कुछ दिक्कत है आप लोगों को इतना चीज याद रखने में या समझने में?
नहीं सर।
So
हाँ,
the newspapers that were published by Raja Ram Mohan Roy and all were after this after this republishing of Bengal Gazette in 1816, or was it before that?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so.
Then, so why he is considered as the father of
he was just a publisher. I mean, Gangadhar Bhattacharya was a publisher. And remember one thing, that Raja Ram Mohan Rai was not a publisher. He had also some real ideas about journalism. He started publishing content which are useful for our society, who wanted to make our society modern, right? So his idea was important, and Gangadhar Bhattacharya was publisher, right? So he had nothing to do with what is published on newspaper, right? So that's why Raja Ram Mohan Roy, with some great ideas, with some motives of journalism, he is considered father of Indian journalism.
सर उस समय के ज्यादातर अखबार इंग्लिश या फिर बंगाली में होते सर, हिंदी में उस समय क्यों नहीं होते थे? इसके पीछे कोई कारण है क्या सर?
कारण देखो ये है ना कि उस वक्त देखोगे इंटेलेक्चुअल जितने भी होते थे उस वक्त बंगाल में ज्यादा होते थे। अभी तक देख लो कि जितने भी हमारे यहाँ नोबेल प्राइज आया है, सबके सब जो है बंगाली लोग ही लेके आए हैं, सारे के सारे। इवन यहाँ तक कि जो एक नोबेल प्राइज मिला शांति के लिए उनको, मदर टेरेसा को, वही बंगाल में ही रह के ऑपरेट करती थी।
कैलाश सत्यार्थी।
हाँ वहाँ उनको थोड़ा अलग मिला है, हाँ वो अलग है। बाकी हाँ वो अलग है। बाकी तुम देख लो अमर्त्य सेन देख लो, उससे पहले और भी जितने लोग मिले हैं जिनको भी मिला है वो सब के साथ। ऊपर से देखो, ये तो खैर एक मैंने एग्जांपल दिया। ओवरऑल देखो इंटेलेक्चुअल क्लास जो होता था उसमें, इवन तुम पॉलिटिकल जो लीडरशिप हमारे यहाँ शुरू हुई, या पॉलिटिकल जो कांग्रेस का एस्टेब्लिशमेंट हुआ, या अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ जो एक मॉडर्न तरीके से जो एक लड़ाई शुरू हुई पार्टी बना के, वो सब शुरू हुआ बंगाल से ही। क्योंकि बंगाली लोग ही वो लोग थे जो कि शुरू शुरू देखो जब ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी आई ना, तो उन लोगों को सरकारी नौकर चाहिए थे क्लरिकल जॉब के लिए, बाकी चीजों के लिए। तो बंगाली बाबू हम कहते हैं ना, तो बाबू वाला काम करना शुरू किया था बंगाली लोगों ने। तो वहां से उनको पैसा आया। जमींदारी सिस्टम देखोगे तुम, परमानेंट सेटलमेंट जो था, स्थायी बंदोबस्त जो कि लॉर्ड कॉर्नवालिस ने शुरू किया था, जिसमें कि जो जमींदारी सिस्टम शुरू हुआ बंगाल, बिहार, उड़ीसा वाले एरिया में। तो ये बंगाल के जो बड़े बड़े जमींदार हुआ करते थे, उनके बच्चे, जमींदार कौन होते थे? जो सरकार के साथ मिलकर लोगों का शोषण करते थे, चाहे वो अंग्रेज सरकार हो, चाहे वो भारत सरकार हो। तो जमींदार लोग उस वक्त जो होते थे, अंग्रेजों से मिलकर वो किसानों को शोषण करते थे, वो सारा उनका प्रोड्यूस ले लेते थे। और तो उस चक्कर में इनके जो बच्चे होते थे वो विदेश जाके पढ़ते थे, नया नया आइडिया लेके आते थे। तो उन्हीं में से कुछ लोगों को दिमाग में खड़ा, आप सुभाष चंद्र बोस ले लो, विवेकानंद ले लो, ये सब कौन थे? ये सब वही लोग थे जो कि नया आइडिया लेके आए, और वो चाहते थे कि समाज में वो नया आइडिया आए, मॉडर्न तरीके से समाज में सुधार हो। ठीक है, तो ये कारण भी है। इवन तुम रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर को देख लो, वो तो स्कूल गए ही नहीं, स्कूल गए ही नहीं कभी। वो जमींदार थे, घर में ही स्कूलिंग होती थी उनकी, स्कूल मतलब ट्यूशन होता था उनका, वो भी 9th तक ही वो शायद स्कूल गए, उसके बाद स्कूल गए ही नहीं। और देखो लिटरेचर में उनको नोबेल प्राइज मिला। हम्म तो बंगाली लोग उस वक्त इंटेलेक्चुअल क्लास होता था, पैसा उनके पास था। और ऊपर से ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी भी बंगाल में ही उनका सबसे बड़ा सेंटर था। वो आया तो बंगाल को उन्होंने अपना सेंटर, और उस वक्त राजधानी भी तो उस वक्त इंडिया की कोलकाता ही थी।
यस सर।
दिल्ली तो 1800,
यस सर।
यार हाँ, दिल्ली तो राजधानी बना है
1911
1911 वाले में,
1911 में सर।
यस सर।
1911 में, हाँ। तो अब तुम देखो 1600 में अंग्रेज आए, और 1600 से लेके 1911 तक कलकत्ता ही राजधानी रही, कलकत्ता सेंटर रहा सब चीज का।